Good afternoon. I've been down here in my basement, and of course, I've been straightening out. And it's taken me a while to get back into the mindset, but I need to free myself from the attachment of things because I got a lot of stuff. We all got a lot of stuff. We've got stuff that we use sometimes, and then we got stuff that we think we might use, and then we got clothes. Then we got tons and tons of clothes that, we like to wear when we're in certain moods. And then we gain weight, and then we think, well, I don't got nothing to wear, so we got to buy some bigger size clothes. And or you may have to buy some smaller size clothes. But really, when you see all those clothes, you see all those clothes piled up in your closet, hanging up in your closet on the floor, the shoes, the stuff, and then perhaps you have a garage like me, and then you have extra room, and then you got stuff that you've been carrying around for years and years and years and years and years. And when you have a family, you got even more stuff, you all. But there are certain things, I'm finding myself, Gina, honey, you got too much stuff. I do. I think, well, somebody might need it, so I'll hold on to it. And then as the months pass, the years pass, nobody has needed it. And I'm still holding on to it, you all. But really, when you have things in your life like this, you form an attachment with it because you really do hope for the best for whatever it is that you got, because you want to give, you want to save it for somebody. If you're a giving person, you want to save it because somebody might need it. The apocalypse might happen, and this is not going to be one of those things that you can find, so it's going to be in short supply, so you got this stuff. Now, I'm not saying get rid of needful things like some nice tools and, things that you really, if you had to survive, you're going to need those things. But we do have a tendency, me included, I raise my hand, I have a tendency to get attached to stuff. Some may just have a little hallway. Some may have a little hallway that they can only walk through in their house. Truly, you are. And you may have stuff piled up all through there, and you can just only squeeze through to get to the section you want to go. And then when you want to get in your bed, well, you can't sleep all the way in your bed because you got things piled up all over your bed. You got things on the floor. I think that's an attachment. You got some kind of attachment going on, and no offense to those who's got attachments. Been there, done that. Maybe not in such extreme as others. We all do. But we really do. We form an attachment with materialistic things, inanimate objects. And sometimes, they belong to a family member or a loved one or someone we cared about. It has a really good feel to it, a good feeling, because energy does stay with materialistic things, items and stuff. It carries energy, you all. But at what point, when you keep getting all this stuff and you look around and think, well, I'm feeling overwhelmed with all this stuff. You ever get to that point? You're feeling overwhelmed with all this stuff, and then you get in a mood where you say, I'm mad now. I got myself so mad. This ain't about the squids right now. I'm talking about freeing yourself from attachments. That's right. You may get yourself in a mad mood, and you may realize that's the only way you can declutter or get rid of some stuff and take it to the Goodwill. You have to get in that mood, you really do. But I'm not mad down here. I'm not. I'm organizing, which it takes a while. I straighten up, and if you're like I am, you straighten up, and then you just kind of just gets messy again, and you're the one responsible for it. You're responsible. Vonda, honey, that's great. I felt like cleaning. I wonder how many other people felt like cleaning and straightening up and going through. We all got some spring fever. Is there really something to that spring cleaning? Really, there's bound to be something to it. Otherwise, they would not have came up with the terminology, the term spring cleaning. A huge space is needed and not making room for the better and the new. That's right, you all. It's like on the inside of you. We can turn it into a spiritual thing to, it's like cleaning out all that stuff inside of you that no longer serves purpose. It has no purpose on the inside of you. You want to clean out that stuff on the inside because you think, you know what? I'm tired of feeling this way, and this is what's making me feel this way. I think I need a change. I need to start decluttering the inside of me, and maybe you may think about that with your relationships too. You got to declutter them. That's right. You got to organize your relationships and prioritize your relationships. Really, you can do the spiritual and you can do the physical, you all. But we do form attachments. Sometimes these attachments are an unhealthy attachment. You might be able to say you have an unhealthy attachment if you start piling things up in one space. Oh, but there's still room. And you pile it up even more. And then, oh, I got that empty table over there. I'll just set this item here. And that item just sits there. It sits there day after day after day. Then as a month has passed, you look over there. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to clean that table off. And I didn't do it. I can't even eat on the table. You know what I mean, you all. We've got to free ourselves. Really, we have to free ourselves from the attachment of these things in our life like that. We got to do it. Nobody else is going to free me from my attachment of things. I do quite frequently take stuff, put it in my car and take it to the thrift store, the Goodwill or whatever. I will drop it off because I'll think that's it. I'm going to do it. I don't think about it. And you may have a bigger thing to tackle than me. You may look at what you guys think it's so overwhelming. And I understand that. I've had friends like that. It's so overwhelming. They don't know where to start, but they know having all this stuff when they look around, it's like, oh my gosh, it's very intimidating. It's intimidating and it's making you feel uncomfortable. Well, you're just going to have to make yourself get in that mood. Just I tell you what you could probably do. Just maybe take out a section at a time. Maybe if you got items, you can I'm gonna remove 15 items and I'm gonna set it off to the side, or I'm gonna stick it in my car, even though it's a small amount, and I'm gonna drop it off because I no longer need it. Really, instead of throwing it in the trash, if it's something someone can use, you should take it somewhere. But you can do that, you all. Hello. So I'm not talking about the squid right now. I'm down here in my garage straightening up my tools and stuff. And it's okay, you all. But sometimes the attachments that we have to things, it does get in the way, and it kind of steals some of our peace within because it's sitting there. We're not using it. We don't know if we're ever going to use it, but we hope in the back of our mind that one day somebody's going to need this. Well, somebody probably needs it right now. Really, if you think about it, somebody needs it right now. A happy Sunday, you all. It's just something to think about, you all. But, you know, we don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about UFOs. I always talk about UFOs. Can I talk about freeing yourself from attachments of things that might be making you uncomfortable because you're looking at them? You're sitting there looking over there at them and you're looking around thinking, oh, they're still there. Yeah, of course they're still there because you didn't take them and you didn't get rid of it. That's why it's going to stay there, because you ain't going to physically pick it up and move it out of your house, you are. And everybody knows. If you're wearing a certain outfit, a certain shirt, or whatever, and you have a moment in time with another individual and you got an argument that breaks out, or you've had a very bad experience and you're wearing something that you used to like to wear, and you go home and you're thinking, I don't want this shirt no more. I don't want this coat no more. I had a bad experience with this. And what do? You take it off and you throw it in the trash can. You really do. I've done it before. I thought I had something that I thought I really liked this. And then if I've had a very bad experience in it, I don't even want to clean the energy off of it. No, I want to throw it in the trash. I don't want nobody else to have the energy, because it attached, the energy from that moment in time attached itself to that article of clothing or whatever it was. And I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want nothing to do with it, you all. So we do have attachment, and sometimes that attachment is unhealthy. You may have things piled up in your house. You may have things that you want to get rid of, but you just can't bring yourself to do it but it's not bothering anybody. It's bothering you because it's taking up space, and you have to look at it every time you walk by it, and you really wish it wasn't there, but you don't know how to make it go away. Well, you just take your two hands and pick it up. Even if it's one item, you all, one item. Maybe it's I don't know what it could be. Something you bought, it has the tags on it, and you don't want it no more. Just take it to the thrift store. Even if it's just one item, that way you don't got to look at it. You can literally take control of it. You can free yourself, you all. You can make you a little pal, stick it in the car, take it. And I think they have the things to where you can call somebody on the phone. If you're bold enough to tackle that stuff that's sitting around, that's how you have a unhealthy attachment to it, you can call somebody and they'll come pick it up. But you got to do the work of putting it in a bag and setting it outside. That's right. Let me see this. Think about what has space in your head. Sometimes things own conduct. Yeah, yes. Some things are sitting rent-free in your head, you all, that you spend all your time thinking about, worrying about. Why you worrying about it? Because you got some free space in your head. And especially if it's negative, it's taking up space in your head. You don't want that either. You don't. You want to free yourself from it. You really do. So I'm not going to be on here long. I'm going to be getting ready to get off of here because I got to free myself from some more attachments of the clutter because I couldn't bring myself down here being preoccupied. I had to rearrange the thoughts in my mind and my mindset and organize it and say, Gina, you need to get back to what you started, but what you left. I did. I started some things straightening up, and then I just left it there for around a month or two because things happened. I mean, it wasn't in the way, but if I open up a cabinet, I see it. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I was in the process of organizing this, and I just dropped it because this happened and that happened. You all free yourself and make yourself feel better. That way, when you open that cabinet up, if you got some unorganized things in there and you think, I can't even find the bow I need. I can't even find the lid that goes to this storage container right here because it's all a mess. Well, let me give you a little tip. Open it up and take it all out. Lay it all out on the counter. If you ain't got a counter, lay it out on the table. And try to match up the pieces of your food containers and stuff, and see what you have lids for and things, you all. And if you don't got a lid for it and you can't find it, or get rid of it. Get rid of it. And then you put the stuff back in there and you have a nice cabinet and you'll open it up, and at least you have that to be happy about. Or even like your utensil drawer. Straighten them up. You can do it, you all. I promise you can. And you'll feel better about yourself. You will. Yeah, matching socks. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't like that. My mom said, I love to fold socks. She always loved to fold socks doing the laundry. I'm thinking, you got 5 kids and a husband and yourself. That's a lot of socks. It really is a lot of socks when we were growing up. But that's okay, you all. I'm going to go. I just want to get on here. Free yourself from the attachments. If you got things in your house that you know you need to get rid of, and they've just been sitting there and sitting there and sitting there and sitting there, and you see it every time you walk by it and thinking, it's still sitting there. Of course it is, because you didn't take it nowhere. You all do that. Do that for yourself. Free up some space in your body and in your mind, and maybe in your life. Just free up physical space in your house. And then somebody could use what's been sitting there for a long, long time. Somebody could use it. So I'm going to go, and with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. That's right, Ronnie. Your trash is somebody else's treasure, and it really is. It can even be an old rusty tool, a tool that's all dirty and stuff. Think, I don't need this. It's all filthy. Go ahead, take it to the thrift store. And if I go there and I see it, I'm going to get it and I'm going to clean it up and I'm going to use it because I like tools. I love them. So you do that. If you live near me, you have all these old tools. You think, oh, they're filthy and stuff and got some rust. Take it to the thrift store because there's going to be somebody like me that wants to clean it up and make use of it. We'll bring it back to life. We'll resurrect it. We can do it. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, you all. I love you, and I hope to see you later tonight.